Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
We finally figured out that if she's turning on the phone and pushing the button for the video, it's better if the button's on her side so that she doesn't have to reach across and make that, whatever. You all don't care, do you? You know us. There's no editing. Well, very little. And it is what it is. So today we have a BMO update. And here's a beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful, from Melissa. And it says, "Thank you for being you, honest, down to earth. I took my Addie to Mom's for her to help make beanies. She's in Western New York. Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is a spark of hope." Melissa, we hope so. And that always makes us feel good to hear those kind of things. Not for accolades for us. It just helps us to know that we're doing something that's making an impact, right?
I need the bumblebee.
Oh. It's like, what's she reaching for?
A bumblebee.
She needs a bumblebee to put on New York.
New York, New York.
If I'm not mistaken, is this the granny square yarn? No, maybe not. Maybe this is that speckle yarn. I'm not sure what. That's the red heart something or another. Very pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yep. There's another
And I think either most of these hats are reversible. There's some that are full colors and then reversible. It's blue.
Blue. It looked black to me.
It's navy blue.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you'll be able to tell. It's navy blue.
I love this. This kind of reminds me of Legos and like video games, but
And candy.
for some reason this color to me speaks just happiness. Maybe because my mama always used to wear a red sweater like all the time.
She always
Yeah, my grandma did too. They always liked red sweaters. And at that time, during those times, you could always find a really nice red sweater in the store. They always would buy a new red sweater every year. And so, or whenever it wore out. So this kind of reminds me of that.
I'm singing a song from a kids show they used to watch, if you know.
The red sweater.
No. The SpongeBob one.
Oh. I don't know what that one's about, dear.
The striped sweater.
Oh. I was thinking it too, but I thought it was red sweater.
No.
So anyway, that's our BMO update. And this is 1, 2, 3. How many do you have?
6 hats in
So
total.
6 total. So that's going to put us at 567. Our total goal for the year is 1,500. Our deadline is by November 24th. And so I'm going to do a shameless plug right here to try and boost Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach just a little bit. We usually don't have... You have more interest starting now. And I know that, but I still get nervous when we have a goal and we haven't met it. And it's time consuming. I know it takes time to make hats and all that kind of thing, but I get nervous anyway. It's just on me. It's the way I am. So, about everything. It doesn't have to be just crocheted stuff and what's going on. So, I just wanted to reiterate for those who may not know what Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is about. And it's an outreach that we started. Sorry, Kristen distracted me because she found more hats that we haven't recorded. We'll add those in a minute. That's great. So it is an outreach that we started in honor, or not in honor. No, not in honor. In memory of my brother, who was a pastor for many, many decades, several decades, and who dealt with mental health and we weren't aware. He had mental health issues. I'm not sure all the time, like his whole life, but during this particular stretch of his life. And he lost his battle with mental health. And most of you know what that means. And so we strive to bring kindness to our area, to show others love. And we thought the best way we know how to do that is by making things for other people. Don't we all do that? We make items and give to people because we love them, right? Especially those who appreciate those items. So a few years ago, that's what I decided we would do. I try to use the resources that I have. And for me, that's crochet. And so 2 weeks before our Christmas parade, we decided to try and figure out a way to provide hats for the kids in our community. So I started asking local people who crochet. Kristen and I started crocheting like crazy. And we wound up with 75 hats. And I thought, that's great. That's really great for 2 weeks. And then I thought, well, what could we do if we expanded it and talked about it a little earlier in the year? And then I thought, well, what could we do if we went to YouTube and we talked to people? Would that make any difference? Would anybody care? Would anybody decide to jump on board and help us? And the reason I thought of that is because years ago, I made a fireman's blanket, a fireman's flag for my son, and I asked for people to send me stars to make the stars on the blanket. and crocheted stars, and I got a lot of them. I asked for one from every state, did not get one from every state, but I got several, got multiples from other states, and I think I ended up making a handful. So that kind of cued me in to think, well, what if we asked people from each state to send a hat so we can try to meet our goal, which at the time we had done 75. That was, you know, what we've done. So anything more than that I thought was good. So we did it the next year, and I think it was 470 something. And I hesitate to say, because I don't want people to say, well, you don't know, and you say the wrong thing every time. It's always different. It's in the records. So 400, I think, oh, if I had to guess, I think it was like 479, but I can't swear. So, you know, it's been a couple of years. So then that was our first year, I think, on YouTube. Then the next year, let's see, I'm trying to think for sure. 24, 23, 22. Yeah, that was our first year on YouTube. So then this past year when we did it, we had 1,200 hats, scarves, ear warmers, gloves, lap gowns for the nursing home, shawls for the nursing home, all that kind of stuff, which we no longer take lap gowns for the nursing home in bulk because it is a lot. We do have some local people that make them, and we take those and give them out. We did have a few that were donated this year, but it's a lot. Hats are a lot, but lap gowns are a whole another issue when it comes to storage. We do still take shawls because they're smaller, and because I feel that if I were ever in a nursing home and I got something like that, I think it would trigger the memories of all the times that I spent crocheting, or if you're a knitter. And so for that reason, I try to carry that on. I think that's special. So anyway, last year was 1,200. This year we went to subscribers. We went to our Facebook group and asked, how many should we do this year? And they said 1,500. So that's the goal for this year. If we don't meet the goal, what happens? Less people will be served in our area. That's what that means. It doesn't have anything to do with us or accolades for us or anything like that. We do always want to expand every year our outreach, and we'd like to expand this year. We did expand last year to include a motorcycle group from the area that provides Christmas presents for children. So they provide a hat, a jacket, shoes, an outfit, a set of pajamas, I think, toys every year to the children in our area who are without. Last year they took on more areas. So we did donate out of Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach last year to them, and I would like to do that again this year. And in order to do that, we have to reach the 1,500. So I'm just asking that if you have a hat and you would like to send it, that you send it to Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. If you can't, that's fine. Don't put yourself in a position that is not okay. If you can't send it, postage stinks. We understand. Donate in your area. Do it in your area out of love for those in your area. Donate to somebody there. Donate to wherever you normally donate. But if you find that you have extra and you can send them, or that you can make a few hats and send them, we would appreciate that. I hate to ask because I know about postage and shipping and all that mess, because we have been in the past year not able to do the things we would like to do because shipping was so expensive and because of what was going on in our lives. Now I'm hoping that we are on the road to being back to a better place where we can actually do those things. So that's my goal this year, is to be able to ship some and do some things and to help others. So, but we would appreciate it very much if you could help Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach reach that 1,500 mark. It is by November 24th. That's my brother's birthday. There is a whole Facebook page that will tell you all about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. It will tell you exactly about his life and why it's called Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach and why we do what we do. If you ever want more information than that, we are happy to share. I would be happy to talk to anybody. I have talked to multiple people across YouTube and Facebook about what happened in my situation, about what happened in their situation, about what they were going through, about their life struggles. Miss C says about the sun bunnies that they have 2 ears to listen and no mouth to speak. And that's kind of how I feel about anything that gets shared with us when it comes to mental health and Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. If you share a story, or you feel the need to share your story about your struggle, or about how it has impacted you, or anything like that that's going on, if you've gone through some issue with a family member who's no longer here because they lost their battle with mental health, then it stops here. It doesn't get shared. It doesn't get told all over YouTube. And we're the only ones that know about it. Our family knows, and that's it. And that's so that they can know that there is a difference being made. And we have seen that, and we know there is. You all are making a difference. You're making a difference in our area, but you're also making a difference across the world when you send hats, because people feel that joy, and they feel the love, and they understand that there is a better way. There's a better way to do things, and there are people who love and care and appreciate them. So there is a list on our community page about the states that we don't have. If your state's not on there and we already have a hat from your state, send one anyway. It's okay. We still put another bee on the state, right? See all these bees up here? I know it's kind of hard to see, but we have a whole bunch over here on the East Coast. We have a few in the middle, and we have a couple over here on the West Coast. So, and then up here, you can't see, we have one in England and we have one in Australia for the countries that have donated. So the people in those areas who have submitted their hats. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep tripping over words today, so probably sleep deprived. But anyway, so if you could, if you can't send a hat, that's fine. Can you share this video so somebody else can see it who can? Can you mention us in a video and say, hey, here's someone if you'd like to donate Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. And you don't have to remember the whole thing. Just send them to our playlist, send them to our videos, and say, hey, this is for mental health and kindness, or even just say, hey, this is an outreach you might want to go check out. And we appreciate that. We appreciate that so very much. And maybe mental health is not what you want to donate to. There are other places who are accepting items. Like we mention all the time, Rose at Rose Likes Crochet. Rose collects things for Wings, which is a domestic violence organization. And she also has another organization that her friend collects for, which is We Pop Up. And they take crocheted and knit washcloths. And so she's taking those all the time. Now, Wings has specific guidelines, and I would not dare try to even explain and tell you and make sure it's correct. Go to her channel, look at Rose's channel. She has a list all the time, and she talks about Wings. She has videos. She talks about Wings. She talks about what month they're accepting what, and you can go over there and look and check, and there's certain amounts for certain things. They can only take so many. Other things is whatever. And she also collects hats. She collects hats and scarf sets. So, and for every adult set, you have to have a child set. So that's the rules for what they need them for. Everybody has their rules. We have ours. Acrylic only, please. More adults than children works in our situation. It kind of the opposite, because I have found that most adult hats will fit most children, at least down to middle school. And we have lots of child hats already that have been donated. So yep, we need adult hats, and especially for the teenagers, we also go into the schools and give hats. So those teenagers are bigger heads, so, you know, they need the bigger hats. So anyway, that's all we have for today, and we need to do question of the day.
We did National Month a couple videos ago. I don't know if this is before or after, but what's a national day that you think is like funny, cool? Like, you know, like they have National Pancake Day.
National Donut Day, because donuts are my favorite.
Mine's National Pancake Day.
I'm not supposed to eat them. Sometimes I eat them on anyway. Shh. Donut Day. Filled donuts are the bomb.
So what's a national day that you know?
Donut Day.
And you celebrate it.
I celebrate Donut Day almost every day.
I love National Pancake Day.
I don't. If I ate donuts every day, I would be sick all the time.
I think it's IHOP on National Pancake Day. You get like
a free one or something.
Yeah.
Yep. But I really do like donuts. They're a lot of fun. They're really good. I really want to start making those crocheted donuts that I've been seeing everywhere. I think that's cool. So anyway, that has nothing to do with this. Spread the news about bumblebees, please. We appreciate you so much. We thank you to those who've donated already. Please don't think we're not thankful. We are very thankful for what we've received already. And it has nothing to do with you. It's just my personality that is like, oh my goodness, are we going to meet this deadline? We set this. And you know what? If we don't meet it, it'll be okay. We'll be all right. We'll take what we get and we'll donate them out. But I feel like I have slacked and have not talked about it enough. And sometimes that's hard for me to do. I really need to do a live and talk about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach and kind of get the word out. But again, I wanted to back off of it for a little while. Earlier we were doing Christmas extravaganza and all that stuff, and so it's one of those things where now I need to push, and we've been so busy with other things, and I just have not been in a space where I could talk about it, and I have to be in a space where I can talk about it. So yeah, here we are. So don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know else to journey.
Bye.
I forget I'm the one that has to turn off the video.